All right, so the day I'm finally here. I'm super excited about it. So in that box sits Kaly NYC. I ordered this at the end of April 2021 and it is now September 24th, 2021. So yeah, it took about 5 months, which did suck. But I will say this, I kind of am at fault for it taking that long. So I wanted the XL50. I ordered the XL40. Ernesto said, hey, we're going through a refresh right now. If you want all the updated parts, the better wheels, the different suspension system, and the bigger battery, then you can wait until I get that stuff in, or I can send you an XL40. I decided to wait. 5 months later, here we are. Let's stop talking about all that. You know the drill. We're going to unbox it. First impression, first ride. Let's get to it. This box is so big, it's hard to see over it. So there's the first look of it. Oh, that's going to be awesome. I'm super excited. Can't do this while holding it one-handed. So I'll say this, and everybody said this, and if you've seen any unboxing of the Kaly, it's the best board that you'll get in the Chromium box. So it was kind of flopping around in here. They did kind of put some cardboard to keep the wheel from shifting too much, but it did shift back and forth some. I could feel it when I was carrying it down the stairs. I don't know, it shifts around a little bit. Everything that I need should be in this, but so far it's looking really good. All right, let's get it completely out of the box, unwrapped. I won't bore you with that. Let's see it on the table. All right, so first impression, number one, this charger is absolutely humongous. Has a different connection on it than I was kind of anticipating, but that doesn't make it good or bad. Yeah, looks pretty straightforward, pretty simple. I do like that. It did come with an extra wheel. So the extra wheel, I definitely appreciate that because I'm paranoid about getting flats. So if I have an extra wheel, at least help me out. These are actually lighter than I thought that they were going to be. There's only one bearing in this, and speaking of bearings, I did order an extra set of bearings that aren't with it. So I'll reach out to Kaly about that. But let's go on to the puck. So I did get the Hoyt puck. Wasn't sure how I'd like it. We'll have to see that. But I will say this, it's smaller than I expected it to be, and that's a good thing. I thought this was going to be larger than it is, so I'm glad that it's actually smaller. We'll have to see how I like this. I might end up going with a different remote. But yeah, I mean, kind of no frill on the packaging and stuff. Oh, look at that. 41.3. I'm guessing that voltage. Let me unplug that. So just going over the board. These motor are absolutely humongous. I can't even describe how big the motor are compared to anything else that I own. There was, I don't know why I got arrowheads, but there's 2 packs of arrowheads in my box. The board itself looks absolutely amazing. I'm stoked about it. I'm stoked about the way that it looks. I'm really excited. We'll just have to see if it lives up to all the expectation online. These seem a little bit loose. I might have to either tighten it down or figure out what's going on here. Yeah, but all in all, board looks great. I'm stoked about it. I want to ride it and see if it's worth the outrageous cost. Speaking of cost, so Kaly NYC did not do discount codes for anybody. That's what they told me, at least. I fought with them and I tried. I tried like heck for the subscriber to get a discount code or at least something. If you order through them, according to Ernesto, he doesn't do that. So sorry guys, I really tried. The best that I can do, give you an honest review of this board and see if it's worth the price tag that comes along with it. So that's enough about unboxing it. I'm gonna just go over it with a wrench real quick to make sure that everything's tight and right. And then I'm gonna go take it for a ride the way that it sits. I do have a set of fatty tires. I bought those separately. And these are going to get swapped out for the fatty tire. I wanted the fatty tire. That's why I wanted the extra battery. The most important thing about this board to me is the range capability of it, and that's why I went with it. Second most important thing is the feeling of the board and carving. So that's what I like. I like going long distances, and I like a nimble board. That's why I went with the Kaly NYC over some of the other top boutique boards. They just seemed a lot bigger and harder to maneuver. So I don't know if any of that's right, but we're gonna find out. So let's get on it and let's get writing. I forgot to show you all the bottom of the board. Looks really good. This carbon fiber enclosure, probably the best carbon fiber I've seen on a board. So, looks really good. And then one more update, a common Eskate tool. The largest socket will fit on the wheel nuts for this. It didn't come with any tools, so you're gonna have to get your own tools and take them with you. I'm definitely gonna find an Allen for this and the socket. Those are my two most important tools, especially because I don't have to worry about belts on the board. All right, that's enough. Let's go. All right, here we are on the Kaly NYC for my very first ride. I've been riding for a couple minutes now, trying to get used to the board. A couple things right away. I dropped some weight, so I think I'm gonna have to go on and buy the different bushings. This board's too stiff for my riding style. If you like to ride really fast, then the bushings that are in this from Kaly will probably be great for you. But I want them loose, more loose. And I'm pretty sure they make different stiffness bushing for the trucks. So I'm gonna probably get just, you know, 4 of the lighter ones. Ugh, see, I can't even make that turn. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. I don't weigh enough to turn the board. Show you what I mean. So I know that board's big, I know it's heavy. I want it to feel as light and nimble as possible. So I'm gonna loosen those up. Another thing that I've noticed is the brakes are really touchy. Really touchy. So I think it changes with speed. The faster you go, the less touchy they are. So that's good. So I don't just keep throwing myself off the board. But at low speeds when I first started, it was, like I barely touched the brakes and it'd almost lock up the wheels. I locked up the rubber tire twice. I messed with this. I don't know what it is. Sorry, I don't know anything about Kaly's, but I messed with a couple buttons, and at speed it seemed like the brakes aren't as sensitive, so that's ain't good. Just be prepared. If you're gonna hit the brakes on that board, be prepared when you're hitting them. That's all I'm saying. Very powerful, extremely quiet. I can't hear anything on that board, which is crazy to me. So extremely quiet, extremely powerful, really nice, extremely smooth. Like, I know most of the pneumatics, but because the deck has so much flex in it and the pneumatics, like all the cracks that normally you can hear on camera, you can't hear them. So that's always a plus. I am going to put the fatty wheels on it right after my inaugural ride, probably tonight. I'll probably throw the fatties on it. I just like the way that it looks, and I want more traction. I know it's gonna decrease the range and everything, but like I said, I like the way it looks, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah, let's keep going, and I'll let you know if anything changes. All right, so take this with a grain of salt. I've been on the board for just a couple miles. That's it. And I'm still trying to figure things out, record at the same time. But here's my initial thoughts, my initial impressions. Number one, that board is very boutique. I'm gonna call it that. It's very boutique. It is very expensive board, and it seems like a very expensive board. The fit and finish of the board is absolutely amazing. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like you just bought a brand new truck. And I use a truck because this thing's huge and weighs a ton. I think my board, I threw it on a scale, I think it was 47 pounds. So I just rode to the gas station to buy some energy drinks real quick and to test out the board. And carrying it around the gas station, hold on, there's a fire truck going by. Carrying it around the gas station and trying to get 3 energy drinks in my hand at the same time was almost impossible. It wasn't fun at all. So if you get boards to kind of commute and to take into places, probably not the board for you. Probably not. This thing weighs a ton. Now, the acceleration is amazing. The braking, extremely touchy. I'm trying to get used to it. We'll see what happens, but the brakes actually scare me on this thing. You barely touch them and they brake. So you got to be ready for any braking that you're going to be doing. Other than that, man, smooth, quiet, fast, and powerful. Those are the things that those are the words that I would use to sum up the first riding experience. Yeah, I think that wraps up and sums up my first riding experience on the Kaly. Stay tuned for more videos. I'll be doing a bunch of them, hopefully. It is getting winter time here in Colorado, so I'll do this until the first snow, and then I'll do it periodically whenever we have a nice day in the middle of winter. My goal is next year to get the boards out on some different trails and see what they got. See what they got for range and stuff. I'm more real world riding than my distance test, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, to sum it up, super happy with the board right now. I don't know, man, I'm at a loss of words. So it didn't let me down, I can tell you that. It didn't let me down. I had something in my mind on what this board should be for the cost, and so far it hasn't let me down. The pros: super smooth, super quiet, really powerful. I don't think I've even hinted at taking a percentage off the battery, which is the main reason why I bought this board. I wanted the distance, but yeah, things that I would change: a little bit less on the intensity of the brakes right off the get-go at least, and I'm definitely changing the bushing out to make it more responsive. Other than that, I can't think of anything else that I would change. So good job, Kaly NYC. Thanks for the board. It took a long time. It took a long time to get it, but some of that was my fault. He said, I ordered a Kaly XL40. He said, hey, I have the parts to send you a Kaly XL40 if you want it, but we're going through a part refresh and upgrade. It's going to take a little bit of time, but you'll get bigger battery and you'll get wheel that can run both the skinny tire and the fatty tires. So I decided to go with that. I just didn't know it would take 5 months. I still would have waited, I'll be honest with you, but I thought it would take, 2 months, maybe 3. It took 5. So that kind of sucked, but Ernesto stayed in contact with me throughout the whole process. I tried not to bug him, but yeah, I'm glad that I finally have it. It is what it is. You decide if you would have waited or if you would have just taken the XL40. I want the most range I could possibly get, so getting the XL50 battery in the XL40 and what I wanted. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and yeah, there'll be more to follow on the board. Thanks. See you on the next video.